going? This is Sir Alexander with a Protoss tips and tricks video. This is, I think, the third installment of my tips and tricks. This is a battle report, but it's more of tips and tricks, just showing you some cool things that you can do, weighted transitions, and good ways to play. I'm not a diamond player. I'm not the best of players, but honestly, most of y'all probably aren't either who are watching this video. So this is really for you. Like, if you watch the diamond videos, it's great tips and great good. But it's really not, it might be out of your league, and you might not be able to learn from it, because it's, so he's going to come in here and do a proxy pylon and do a 2-gate down here. Don't agree with this position. It's really way too far out. Right here would probably have been better, even though it's more likely to be scouted. But I'm not sure if I agree with that. So my probe is coming in. Now this is another thing here. My probe comes in, and I see he's not building here. If you look to my view, hang on, how do I... There we go. If you change to my view, I see that there are no gates. I scout out to make sure there are no gates, and then I start getting scared. I realize that he has probably proxied somewhere. I'm just hoping he hasn't proxied right here, because I didn't scout that. You know, a good Protoss player, you should probably check this if it's PvP, but it's really not all too likely, so I'm producing probes. He's attacking me here. I don't know why I didn't. I just wasn't paying attention. So as you can see, this probe, I am moving him out, queuing him up, checking for all the proxy locations, and then I'm going to start running around and come back this way. My first gateway goes up, and immediately I'm going to be putting out a zealot and chrono boosting it, because it's all important that I can get a couple zealots out right now. He has his first gateway up, first zealot being produced, pylon up. He really probably wants to put down a third gateway here. Now, let me change to the income stats. As you can see, we're pretty close in the income. I have a slight economic advantage. I'm not producing right now because I'm going to throw everything in to probes my pylon. I'm supply blocked right now because I wasn't paying attention and didn't get a pylon up. I went for a cybernetic score, really because I wanted to try and get some stalkers up. First zealot comes in, I win the fight because he tried to run past me. He probably wasn't on A move. Now, here is something else that I didn't see. Now, this is my mistake that I didn't scout this, but it's a great tips and tricks for what happens, okay? Now, a very viable option right now is to push. If I pushed right now, I'd be able to kill all of his probes and take down his nexus, but he would be able to in turn take down all of my probes in my nexus, and because he has a proxy position here, then I would have to run all the way down here, kill his buildings, run all the way back up, and kill these buildings if I could take his army. So I've got a bunch of zealots on the map. He has one more zealot than I do, but I'm chrono boosting out, or actually those chrono boosts aren't producing any. Finished chrono boosting 2 zealots out, so I'll be able to win that fight. And now I see that it's time to push, so I'm going to push. He realizes what's going on. He's going to put down. These will be followed up by cannons because he's trying to cannon me. He's got a forge down, he's got a pylon down, and he's got 2 on his part. But I don't see this. I have a sentry out, which is a good move, and I'm attacking these. So my zealots, hang on, let me slow this down. I put down a proxy pylon. My zealots are still coming. He's got a cannon coming up here, which is a good move. He's got a proxy, he's got a pylon barrier. Each pylon has 400 health, so I won't be able to break in that door. I'm taking down these pylons. I see that he's not producing, so there's really no rush. And I realize that something else is going on right now. I do not scout this, but I realize that he's probably teching to Void Rays or something. And now I see that first cannon, and I realize the danger I'm in. I'm going to go ahead and just, because you never want to leave these up and functioning. So he's attacking this gateway. I cancel the gateway. Right now he's only cannons up. And so I did take down that pylon. Mistake, I left my guys attacking. I don't have sight onto this ground though, so I can't warp in units. I put down that proxy pylon. Now I see he has cannons up. He's cannoning at his base, and he's trying to do a cannon move on me. So I'm just gonna take these 2 guys down. I'm warping in some stalkers, because they're very good against cannons. I mean, well, they're really the best unit you can get against cannons, except for carriers, is the Protoss. As far as, I'm sorry, not against cannons in general, but as far as proxy cannons, because you don't want to run in with their zealots. I don't realize that he only has 4 cannons up. I assume that he's got a lot more cannons than that. On the income tab, we can see that I am in the lead. So right now I'm trying to position my stalkers around it, so if he expands, I'll be able to get him. Now here's what I decided to do. Because he's cannoning here, and he's cannoning here, I decided to go for a warp gate. I realized that he probably doesn't even have a gateway on the map because I destroyed these. He's going full in with this cannon rush, so I built a warp gate. I'm going to chrono boost a void ray out, run it around here, give sight to this high ground, warp in some units, and hit him. This is what you really need to do. If somebody is cannoning you like this, has proxy cannoned you, even if they have your wall in here, go straight for void rays. Build some stalkers, try and fend them off, and go for void rays as fast as possible. I really should be chrono boosting that right now, especially since I have 94 energy. So they're going to be attacking this, but I'm going to warp in some more stalkers here in just a second, and here come my stalkers. I'm just going to try and muscle my way through. Cannons are really not as deadly as you think. They do 20 damage. The stalkers do 14 against them, so they do more damage, but they've only got one shot. It's really worth it to push like this. I'm going to lose some stalkers, but I'll take down some cannons and fend him off longer. My void ray is out and coming across the map. At this point, I see that it's good for me to pull back, so he is starting really at ground zero again because he's down to these 4 cannons. Here's another classic mistake on my part. I just assumed that he's got a billion cannons back here. Most people really will not have that many cannons back here. He's only got 4, and it's really a mistake on my part that I don't push in there and try and muscle my way through. But I have some more zealots going through, and my void ray is out. So again, this is a tips and tricks. Great tip here. Go to void rays even if you only have 1, and you'll see the devastating effect here as, look, he's got nothing. And I figured he had nothing. He's cannoning here. He's cannoning here. He doesn't have a gateway. This is a platinum player, or wait, no, this might be a gold player. So my void ray comes in. He's going to attack that nexus, and that's GG, which he will call very shortly. I warp in 3 stalkers and a zealot, and that's that. And so this is a great tip, and he calls the GG. If someone is cannoning like this, and don't try muscling your way through, get stalkers, try and fend them off, hold them off as long as possible, and produce a void ray. And really, what would have been better is if I had proxied that void ray like right here, or actually no, like right here. But so anyways, there's a good tip. Hopefully this will be of use to Protoss players. Hope y'all enjoyed this and join me for other tips and the tournament that I'm casting for RPG.net.